Nostradamus of crypto. His charting skills have discovered new entire galaxies. He once was engaged to Satoshi Nakamoto's oldest sister. He is the most interesting trader in the world. And today we ask him, what do you do when the market crashes?
I buy more. And I also subscribe to Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Gary was a man who thought he could do crypto, sharing at the SEC. Gary fooled us all, we thought he was a hero teaching blockchain at MIT. Well, get back, long get back and leave crypto alone. Get back, long get back and leave crypto alone. Get back, Gary.
Damn, feeling lucky. Out above most streets, us two in these streets. Diamonds on my feet, caught up in these talks. Circling my head top, should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before, made it out of 11 more. Like my phone cortex, so I can't stop. I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said what you. Turn and eat your greens. When you fight, but you do real clean. Then you come to the bed and you love feel dirty. Everybody sweater drops, you're real keen. Then you let me get your juiciest piece. Can't remember when I had the same please. The shops of the club never had no boundary. How's it gonna be? Wanna eat these centipedes? Where we gonna go? You're gonna eat these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these berries. Then you only them on your knees. There's no way to dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Sneaking up on you, there's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. Ain't got you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was watching it down. You know what you want to do, but I can never be. Someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Tell me but I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think what people are best? We find back my stuff a little sooner than this. Don't you think what people are best? We find back my stuff a little sooner than this. Don't you wish I wanna feel someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people is best? We find back my stuff a little sooner than this. Don't you think for the people is best? We find back my stuff a little sooner than this. Don't you wish I wanna feel someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Freak Show. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Roadhog. Right behind me is all the money makers for today. That's a lot of those old boomer coins in the top 100. Look, we got our H bars, we got our QNTs. Not really a boomer, but get me notes out. We got H bar, we got Link, Sand, BET, VeChain, XRP, Zilliqa, Avalanche, Phantom, Cardano, Compound. All them guys are pumping. They're working up quite a sweat today, making my numbers go up, and I'm liking it. I like getting paid in the process. I like just peeling some off as we go on up, building a bigger bag as we come back down. How's it going, people? Welcome to the show tonight. Say hello to everybody before we get started here. Bring out the old chat box. We got Strega. How's it going, Strega? Looks like you were here first, Strega. Bullish on parade. Sicario, how's it going? Can we take a look at Maneki? I've already got it on my list there, sir. Marked it down. Joe from Trade Intuition, a fellow YouTuber. Go check him out. He streams every day about 5 o'clock, I think. No. Every day about 12. And then he on his Trade Intuition channel. And then I think Army Piper is about 5 o'clock in the afternoons. Joe, you can throw the details of that if you like into the chat. Hey, another my great brain. How's it going, my man? How's it going, Chris? Good to see you here. We got Grimmer. How's it going, Grimmer? We got Barnum. How's it going, Barnum? There's Road Dog chilling that IRA iTrust tax account. Ooh, I need to check on that thing again. My daddy might be really happy when he goes back and looks at that thing. Oh, there's another shield for Bit Unix. US friendly. Hey, man. VPN not required. Go check it out. Patricanum. Up or down? We're on the verges of the up only stage right now. We're at the foothills of the mountain, so to speak. It may be bumpy as we start going up, but the elevation is going to keep getting on higher and higher and higher from here on out. I mean, there are some few valleys along the way, but overall that mountain's pretty dang tall, and we're getting ready to just track on up there. Get your gear ready, baby. Pack them bags. Well, pack them in the valleys. Pack them when we're camping. Yeah. Hey, Tommy T. Leaders, how's it going? Glad to have you guys here. We got 10 beautiful people. All the beautiful people hanging out on the weird ass stream tonight. Look, QNT decided to go to $145 instead of being a $100 stablecoin like it's used to doing. Let's start jumping into these charts. First, I'd like to take a look at the weather to see what the whole market. Just to see what bullish, bearish. What's going on? What's the trade trends, man? What's going on there, man? We like to do that, and then we like to start taking a look into Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And she's all right now. She's pretty well satisfied, kind of hanging out sideways, but that's good. We like sideways Bitcoin. Sideways Bitcoin, when Bitcoin dominance is going down, altcoins are very happy. And when altcoins are happy, daddy's happy. We want daddy happy. Keep daddy happy. But first, before we do that, trying to get into the flow of my show, so to speak here, we gotta take a look at all the alpha that is going on in crypto. As soon as my computer wants to work with me. Damn it, Mercury! Be glad when the 25th gets here. Let's go take a look at the news. What happened in crypto in the last 12 hours. All that important alpha. Sean, you screwed it up again. I'm just saying. In the last 12 hours, U.S. government has moved 20,000 Bitcoin worth about approximately 1.9 billion from seized Silk Road funds to 2 unlabeled addresses. Yay. To counter that, actually this happened before, MicroStrategy purchased an additional 15,400 Bitcoin, about 1.5 billion at an average price about $95,976 each. HBAR XVG. The ISO 222 coins are rallying alongside XRP, Cardano, QNT, Algorand, Stellar, Myota, and XFIN XDC. Magic Eden has released the ME schedule, allocation checker on December 4th, and ME TG on December 10th. Avalanche has announced the Avalanche 9000 mainnet. Its biggest update to date will launch on December 16th. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Phantom Sonic Labs has completed the snapshot for the NFT mint on the Sonic mainnet and hinted on X channel today that the mainnet will launch soon. Meanwhile, Hashflow announced that the burn proposal has passed, and as of today, 50% of all protocol fees will be used to fuel buys and burns. Coinbase has announced that it is integrating Apple Pay into its Coinbase on-ramp service, which enables users to make fiat to crypto purchases. $1 billion US Tether were newly minted at the Tether Treasury. Yes. IO.net announced on their X channel that some exciting news will be announced this week. They further commented to stay tuned for tomorrow. And that's what we got. I'm going to give them a little quick repost here. A little like. Layer GG, my man, keeping us up with that juicy alpha. Let's get back to the charts. Sean, you screw it up again.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Ooh, it's smoky. Grab the wrong side. I'm trying to. Made her fly away. Watching Bitcoin on a very small time frame, just because, I don't know. Let's start here today. Looking pretty good on the 6 minute. We've just been going sideways, doing the little zigzaggies, and we're starting to come up. But do notice that up ahead we do have a little turbulence on the way, somewhere along these areas, anywhere beneath this trend line, because price doesn't have to just bounce from these trend lines or get rejected on these trend lines. It often can, but price can often wick up above it. We could be headed back to 96,800-ish, that area. That could be on the table, as well as all three of these little guys. And they're hanging around here right now, about 96,005, 96.4, and the next one we're coming up to see if we can get past her. We hadn't really touched her just quite yet. It's 96.3, but we're on our way doing that. It looks kind of promising. It looks like we had a little run up, and then flagged out, and then started over here. So now we have a maturing trend line, which is gravy, man. This is still probably a good little area to get in based off on this trend line. I like to buy off trend lines. It's just a fractions of a percent away from that, so still kind of young, but just know there might be some turbulence up here. It may not make it quite as far. But my personal opinion, it's a good chance to do that. It needs to. The main goal, the hidden goal in this is to come back up and get past this line right here. And that would confirm a double bottom if we get past that. That little guy is hanging out here about 97,394. So that's what we should be doing, is headed up to there. So Bitcoin get a nice little pump up, I pull the ruler out, take a percentage, and it doesn't seem like much because it never is on Bitcoin. That's why you got to use all the leverage. That's 1.15%. Add a 10x leverage play on this, you could make a little over 10% on that move. Not shabby, not wonderful, but not shabby. But what we didn't do is zoom out. And you should always really start from zooming out, in my personal opinion. We just happened to be there taking the weather, but zooming out, man, Bitcoin, we wondering right here. I'm not too sold on that particular trend line. Let me just get another chart here. If we had a kind of channel going on, and I'm on the daily, and it's not enough touches there to really give us great confirmation, but we did have this run here that gave us a line, but we broke it. We're technically broken down out of our upward trend out of Bitcoin. We're just going sideways right now. That's kind of a little iffy. I'm just saying, it is a little iffy. And here on the daily, of course, our MACD has already went negative on us, but yeah, we're going sideways. Bitcoin, it looks like, could be on a slow burn down by the bigger time frames, but these medium time frames, the 4 hour, 6 hour, and all that, are saying, or we could just be finding some support on some moving averages down here in this trend line. This trend line seems to be holding so far. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but right now it's keeping us going sideways while the Bitcoin dominance is going down. And that's a good thing. It's keeping us going sideways instead of dumping, which we normally should do, breaking out of this big thing. And it's keeping us sideways. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like Kamala Harris. That could entertain the possibility of coming back in as a bear trap, and then that could be propelling us mega high. I can see that happen, and it could happen. We can also dump down just as easy. If we do want to dump down, how far do you think we'll go? My little red line's sitting here at this area. We had this area at 94.5, and that's where we went. Gosh darn it, I wish I had that line there earlier. But if we lose that, we'd be looking down at this guy right here, about 91, 92,000 area. Or lower. It could. Doesn't mean it's going to. Remember what we said earlier, and we were about in that up-only state, up-only phase of the market. You can appreciate it better if you, go to a bigger time frame, a daily, a 3-day, and you just look back at where we were 4 years ago and see what happened then. Just a little reminder, this was the end of November, and here we were. First week of December, we just going sideways. Sideways. Are there any similarities between then and now? Well, I would say we were probably in a channel that we broke out of. Oh, let's go to the day. Let's go to the daily. This is getting too crazy. This is getting too crazy. This is what they did last time, right here. Following them trend lines as best we could. Let's zoom out. Zoom out, baby. Look at this. This was 4 years ago. Following that trend line, man. Following it. Ups and downs, and then we broke it. And we're going back to $3,000. I remember the man who was saying that at that time. We broke it, and then we came back into it. And this was about the second week of December here, December 16th, when we finally just said, screw you. I'm out of here. And it truly was. It had enough. It was enough of the finagling. Enough of the FUD. And we just went up and went sideways and went up. We tried the same trick again, basically. We did. I mean, you did the channel, and then you went out of it. Oh, I guess that's over. Went sideways, and then there you were again. All beautiful. A nice little trend line established that just didn't want to give it up anymore. So, are we Are we doing something similar to there? Taking a little dip here. This is Wednesday, December 9th. We decided to break that line for good. You know, a good one. We gave it, if you give it all the extremities that you can, it looks like it was about the 11th that it really, you know, if you were really giving it the leeway on that, giving it all the extra line. Looks like the 9th and then the 11th were the 2 and the 12th. Or a 2-day chart now. A couple of days that we wicked below that line, just kind of scaring everybody out, making them feel nervous and everything. But it was kind of useless because after that, it's when the big money was made. It's when BitBoy started turning $100,000 into $1 million, trading at 30x leverage. Sounded crazy at the time. Seems kind of tame now that I think about it. Everybody's using 70, 80x leverage and crazy stuff like that. But here we are today. December the freaking 2nd. A little earlier than that time frame, but might we be doing something similar to that? But look at it on our daily. Are we doing something similar? Could we go sideways a couple more days and then start taking off? Maybe drop down a little and scare some people. Might be a good idea just to remember what we saw on the weekly chart. I mean, yeah, things are getting a little tired. They're showing some signs of it, but they can pick that back up. We do have some rising candles here with a little bit of fall in volume. Stochastics are topped out on the weeklies. You know, but we're at the point of the game we could be playing red dot, green dot here. I haven't really seen that happen very much on the weekly though. Well, back here, March 20. Yeah, back in early March. It did it. We might be doing something like that. Ichimoku Cloud is very positive. She's not ready to come and eat us up and put us into a bear market anytime soon. That's the biggest thing that I can get out of that. Now we are getting extended. We are getting a little tired. We might go up, but we're probably will try to fight our way back up to that $100,000 area is what I'm kind of getting from the charts that I'm seeing here. The momentum is really good. Even on the daily, we're still above the 9 moving average so far. So until we break that, I can't say anything bad about it. It's a big old thickening cloud there. Don't you come close to my price action. It could happen. You can see a scenario that could happen if we do what we normally would do, which would be to come down after breaking a trend line like that. Could get us into, you know, however we want to do it. Could get us into a cloud and then down to some, yeah, we could see that, but we're far away from that idea right now. Right now, we just got to keep our eyes open and be watchful. So keep an eye on the daily. As long as it's above the 9, we got a good chance of working out on this, and we'll see this on the smaller time frames, how it responds to these areas here, like the 4-hour and the 100 moving average coming up. It's been respecting that quite a bit. Lots of wicks coming off of that. Lots of people coming in and buying at these areas. About 94, 95,000. They liking that, but it does have some work to do, and it will probably be sideways for a little bit more. I'm sure we'll get a nice little pump some point during this week, because why not? The big boys want to make some of that money. But let's take a look at some of the indices over here. S&P 500, that's the Wall Street boys. They seem to be doing that pretty good. Celebrating their price discovery for that. So Wall Street looking good. They're bullish. They like Bitcoin. They want Bitcoin. They keep buying it all. They just printed $1 billion in Tether. Where do you think that's going? We got total 3 over here, which I'm amazed. I am really amazed how it made it past this area here. What was it? $666 billion. Oh, 786. I'm sorry. Right at $800 billion. We went past that, and man, we're still respecting this trend line. Not only are we respecting that, we're getting away from it. Do you see that? Altcoins are taking off. Bitcoin dominance is falling like a rock at 55%. I can say it's pretty safe to say that was a rejection at the 618 Fibonacci. We might want to do a little look at Bitcoin dominance so we won't be surprised when things just kind of come to an abrupt halt, and see what we can figure out on this guy next. Let's take them out to the daily here. We lost that 200, coming down to that 360. That's going to be the first area definitely here on the daily to look at. See if she can get a bounce or find support. Now that would probably start happening tomorrow. If it does, I mean, altcoins can still go up and look pretty good, but if we get a bounce here, they're going to start falling. They're going to start dropping like a rock if we bounce from here and we start reclaiming these areas. So get ready for that. But right now, as this keeps falling. It's good. Now it doesn't have to stop here at, where is this? This is at 55.4%. She can keep on going, and she might do it. Now that would be a nice little altcoin rally right there. And that's all this is, folks. This is just a rally. This is not altcoin season. It could be if this confirms a downward trend, then we are definitely in an altcoin season. But just a drop is not altcoin season. That's just a drop. But if we start getting a series of lower lows and lower highs, then we can declare an altcoin season, whether it's a mini altcoin season or a nice one. So what this chart is really saying to everybody is, don't be chasing them green candles, because they could back out on you and bust your ass next week. You need to be looking at the things that have not popped up. If you hadn't peeped out in the game for what's been happening in this market, is all the money first. I'm just going to type it. I'm not going to write it with that thing. Where are you, text? Bitcoin was king, right? Bitcoin dominance kept going up. Bitcoin dominance started slowing down. Where did the money go? Mostly Ethereum and Solana. Right now, we're seeing some of these old coins, and they're mostly the layer ones. Of course, Chainlink being in there, the ISO 222s, those are moving, but those are layer ones. I think all of them are layer ones, aren't they? From here, we can start seeing the layer twos. That'll be the next. These things will start playing out. We'll start seeing the higher market caps. Those coins are the ones that have been popping. From here, then we can start looking at our middle market caps. But they're basically, they got a little process. The money just kind of comes down. And we've just now we're getting out of this phase a little bit. Some more of it's, I think some of it may be coming out of Solana, maybe looking at a little bit more Ethereum. But both of them are starting to come down some. But the layer ones are starting to pop off, and they'll go. And then the layer twos and the projects that are on the layer ones, they'll start popping off. And then we'll start getting to the mid caps, and then the low caps, and then the micro caps. It's got a little stair step that it walks down, and this is how we're progressing so far. Holy shit! Is that real? Pinch me, I'm dreaming. I'm so tore out, I can't even get the buttons up here. Slindo, is that you? Did you just drop me? Is that for real? It doesn't say it on there. It's being oh yeah, it does. A $200 super chat? Never in my life have I ever, or a thought would I ever receive anything like that. Thank you very much. Well, I guess it's time to stop being weird and just be the little turkey that I am. Thank you so much, Selena. I appreciate that. I'm very touched by that. Let's celebrate the first, and I'm your first super chat. No, I'm really honored. Thank you so much. I'm taking it that you had a pretty good day. It's been not. Oh, what I do now? No, now I'm in a situation where I can't see how to close this thing. I'm being such a turkey. Thank you so much, Lynn. I very much appreciate that. So, altcoin season, is it going to happen? Is it happening? My argument for not a real altcoin season is, man, the momentum is still going up and to the right here on this chart, man. I know we broke out of this pattern, and we should, but at best, if it is, we're going to have to see a retracement of some sort. It may not come back up this high, but we will, and then altcoins will go down, and people will say, oh, altcoin season's over, and then we either get rejected, and then we start seeing an altcoin season, or we come back in here, and it's like, ha, fooled you. Really, it's all about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes, the whole world, and all the big banks, and everybody's found some way to, all the bigger money that have been wanting to get into Bitcoin, but just haven't really got the avenues yet because of red tape in their business sectors or whatever. When that's opened up, it's like chomp. When it's starting to add into treasuries and strategic reserves, yeah. So I'm not sold that we're on a full blood altcoin season. I just think we're having just a happy time. Remember 4 years ago, Bitcoin, she went sideways and then she went up. The whole reason for that is because of the lower supply of Bitcoin being mined and pushed on those markets. And you can let the US sell that if they want to. That's kind of underhanded, knowing that they're supposed to be keeping it. If that's what they're doing, they may not be doing that at all. They may just be moving things around. I don't know. But if it's sold, you can bet for sure it's going to be bought back up. It's going to be bought up. Just like when Germany sold. Who feels foolish now? Selling at $50,000 could have doubled that. Silly. All right, so Bitcoin dominance. It's kind of interesting. So I do want to take another look at Total 3 and keep this in mind too, man. I know Total 3 is just going crazy, cray. She really going cray. For real. She went past the 886. She just went all the way up to 1.09 trillion. A little further than I expected, but not too surprised. If she wants to keep on going, we could look at 124 billion and 137 trillion and 137 trillion, but I don't think, and I could be totally wrong, and if I am, so I'll just be getting rich along the... Oh crap, you couldn't you? Could you? It's interesting when they get a candle starting to form, a distance away from this trend line instead of just following it. Now I did that over here too, and we didn't really go up any further. We just kind of hung around. I am looking for a point of rejection for something to be lost. Now, unless we come back down under this 1.03 trillion, we're at 1.07 trillion now, and it looks like she wants to keep going. We would have to break this trend line for me to start feeling bearish, and we're not wanting to do it right now. So right now, it looks like altcoins are just full on party mode. Let's rock and roll. They don't want to stop. Got a nice little candle just opened right above that and pushing forward. Ichimoku Cloud is saying, let's put the pedal to the metal, baby. I didn't come here to slow run. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess altcoins have got more to go. We only have a few more targets left, and that would be a retest of what it did last time back in March. And not back in March, at its previous all-time high. That crazy. Back in November of 2021, just a mere 3 years ago, at that peak. That's where we're headed. Are we going to get past it? I personally don't think so, but that would make a nice little double top scenario. If it does that, then oh man. We have to watch that, because that would be a major take profit place for altcoins. Because what happens when it gets rejected there? If it gets rejected there, or whatever point it gets rejected there, or a little bit more up, sharp declines down. It starts coming down pretty quick, goes sideways, boom, big drops again. Drops. Every time it does it. Every time it goes up there. Looks as the first time it got up to there the last time. This was the first, it didn't get up there, it got up a little bit. We are already higher than that. But that was his first major high there that it had. And then after it got rejected, boom, man. How many percent of a drop was that? I mean, keep this in mind, when altcoins do peak out, wherever it is, they dropped almost 60%. Almost 60% within just a week and a half. And you talking about being sad. Oh man. No, that wasn't F2 pool. I believe this was F2 pool right here. That was with a big Bitcoin sell-off that just came. Everything was going really good for Bitcoin, right, until February, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere we just dropped. No reason, just boom, drop. And it was F2 pool selling off a bunch of Bitcoin. And it made everything dump. I mean, everybody. Well, I think it was only like a 30% drop. What was it here? About 36% drop there. And we've got to start thinking now about getting ready for that kind of thing, that kind of event coming up, because we're getting to some points where, well, we're prime opportunity for something like that to happen. So I encourage you that as altcoins are taking off, you know, I mean, the whole idea of the game is that you already had your bags kind of packed and been working on them and established them along the way. There's a period where you could chase candles a little bit, but if you're trying to chase candles here and get into new positions right now, it could end up burning you. Now, it might work for a little while. Looks like we still got a few more trillion to go, and this could go for maybe another couple of weeks. Or it could just start turning around tomorrow. We don't know. I will reiterate that the Ichimoku cloud does look poised to go. She looks very bullish. I would think from what we're seeing here, I would really start looking. Yeah, this area, this one right there that we're marking. About $114 trillion. I would really start looking at that to see how price reacts, and if she wants to keep on going, we got a couple more areas. I mean, like I said, I got 1.37 trillion, but I doubt that we get up there on just one leg. But all we can do is just kind of speculate, watch, and enjoy watching those numbers go up in these bags, baby. Yeah, I spent all day just moving funds, this and that, this and that. And just remember, I mean, you can take profits along the way. You don't have to sell out of your whole bag as these things go up. You can take partial profits. You can watch the bag dwindle down, and sometimes it don't feel good. But as it goes up and you're taking more, because these prices will drop down. They will drop. We will go through a drop. You will have a better time to get these altcoins before they just really shoot off and never ever come back. I think we still got several good places over the next 3 months where we'll have some substantial dips in this market to take advantage of. But in order to have the cash available or the margin available to do it, whatever your strategy is, method you're using, you gotta be pulling it out. You gotta be pulling it out, and that's hard. That is so hard. It's so hard to do that. All right, so I'm through talking about the market and all that. I think it's pretty good. Looks like we're still bullish right now for the most part. And mostly the boomer coins are going, but soon we'll be starting to roll over into the other things that we've been chasing. Meme coins have taken a big hit. Looks like the meme coins have, a lot of people sold out some of them and started going in, well, chasing other green candles, probably. And I just remember, I mean, I really, this really sad. I find this so satisfying with these old coins going, because that's been one of my theories. Like when the new money starts coming in, they should be going back toward their favorite coins and the ones that did well. And I know the old money be looking like some of the first coins that came out that are still here. And that does include not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. And at one time it was dark. Was it Bitcoin Black? Then it was Bitcoin Dark. Now it's Dark Coin. I don't know. It's changed its names. That one's fell off. But there's and probably Monero. You probably see a lot of things happening with Monero too. One not to forget about. I don't know. You don't have to have it, but it's an interesting niche that I think has value. All right, let's get into the chat one more time, and we'll go to our altcoins. I'll go down my list very quickly. It won't take very long. Go down to your guys' list. I think what I'm... If I've got a list of coins to go down, I'll probably go through them quickly and kind of skip over all the details on some of the analysis that I do, and then save some of the explanations, like for any questions, definitely for any questions, and then maybe for the coins that are requested that we do from Coin Request. Let me come back through the chat, make sure I didn't... Man, I lost a lot of the chat here. Let me back up a little bit. All right. Angels Guess This says, everything I own is up, and that's the way it should be, my man. Woo, we just gotta take a few minutes just to appreciate and be grateful for all the goodness in our life, because, man, we're all blessed today. I'm blessed to have even known about this market, blessed to even stepped out there and took a chance on this market. You got a lot of people around you every day you talk to is like, they don't even know what it is or don't care what it is. They don't realize, you know, they're stuck in their own little life. And we found the secret that we can bypass the game for that wealth that we need in our life. Because even though I think the next 4 years should be pretty good, next 2 to 4 should be pretty good. I mean, at some point, the crap's going to hit the fan again. And you might as well be wealthy when it hits the fan rather than be poor having to work 2 9-to-5. Well, you can't work 2 9-to-5s. I've had to work 2 or 3 jobs just trying to make ends meet. That makes me so sad. So my whole channel, I hope I reach out to those new people who are coming in that just like don't have a clue and just and don't have very much to work with. And I hope that what I can do in this channel that's kind of the group I was shooting for when I first started up. Because that's where I was. My crypto journey started, well, I mean, for yeah. Other than me dibbling and dabbling for years and years and years, when I really put my mind to this market was during COVID, when a lot of other people did. I was playing it before COVID, but then after COVID, I was like, oh, hell, crypto's probably done. I actually thought that when it's going down. I was like, oh, crap. But then COVID really shined the light for crypto, right? And brought the life to crypto, brought the use cases apparent, I believe, and the opportunity. But I remember starting there and using some of that stimulus money, and I would say at my best point, I had maybe $8,000, my saved money and then stimulus money coming in that we had there. And I put that in the market and then I lost a lot of it. Probably lost about half of it, or well, I remember being down to about $4,000, and then I was like, well, no, this is the chance, and I was looking everywhere for good information to teach me how to do this, to teach me how to do technical analysis and trading and stuff like that. And it was hard to find anything. People had $5,000 courses, which if you look at them, you laugh. Some of the things that I didn't do that, but I did join a trading group, and that took a good $800 of my money. So I'm down here to like $4,000 is all I had to work with, and then I had to give up a chunk of that for a trading group, and then have to go through it and figure things out. And it took a little while. It was about this point of the market where I was just getting in and made mistakes along the way and everything. But if I can tell you that you can start out with a little bit and turn it into a lot, and if it's your first rodeo with this, you're going to make some mistakes, and hopefully my channel can shed some light on some of those things, some mistakes that I made, and help you not to make them. But you can change your life. It might take you 2 cycles to really do it, to get all that good money. Because I mean, imagine you're starting out with maybe $4 or $5, maybe up to $10,000. Now you can do really good with that. But imagine on your second cycle when maybe you got a couple of $100,000 instead to put into it. Imagine how much better you do in that second cycle. That's where people mostly usually make it. Not enough memory to open this page. Don't be saying that. That's crazy talk. Chat disabled for this live stream. I have lost my chat. I have lost everything. What happened here? I don't even know if I'm still live at this point. Looks like I am. Okay. Pop out my chat. Just trying to come out to the chat here. Ah, there we go. I was trying to scroll down. I got distracted. So we got Grimmer in the house, and then Celinda with her big $200. Thank you so much, Celinda. I need to hit that like. I didn't know you can do all this stuff. What does this do? Oh! Now I can't get the box off that box off the screen. There we go. And first super chat. Celebrate that again. That's just worth noting. I'm very honored. Thank you very much. Heather's. And there's Ave. How's it going? Says good evening. Finally slept. I'm back. Man, my sleep has been horrible. Because it gets fun at night. China starts coming in this late at night, starting to do their stuff. Turkey say, what? Drive your 5-0. She is a legend. She's a smart cookie too. She pick her brain about crypto sometimes. She's got good thoughts and ideas. I see it all the time. She knows the game. She's got a good feel for the game. And Jeremy, how's it going? So it says, you're so awesome with your help. My portfolio reached 7 figures for the first time oh my gosh. That's amazing. Woo! Oh, you getting in that big league now. That's amazing. I love hearing that. That is awesome. We gotta get that portfolio is blasting off. Road Dog, where's Road Dog? I thought Turkey was on vacay. Well, there's a lot of leftovers this timing here. I'm just symbolic of that. Says she killing it. Joe says, holy moly, nice. I was recording a video for my group. What'd I miss? So Linda making big numbers. Well, I think you just set a record for this channel. The first 7-figure person on here. I'm not at 7 figures yet, but I'm working on it. So I'm glad that man, I love that. I gotta do this again. I'm sorry. We just gotta. I can't wait to start telling people. Or tell my wife about it. I'll be glad to hear that. So it says, can you please take a look at Unify? You can do that. Actually, I should probably get into that. Angala, gotcha. Good brown gravy. What's up, my man? How you been? Says I've been waiting for Litecoin to hit 150 before I want to take profits. And that is on. What? I didn't put you on here. I thought I had you on my list. I don't have Litecoin on my list. Wouldn't hurt to take a look at Litecoin. Ave says, "Perpy, please." All right. Let me quickly get into that. Let me go ahead and knock out Slenda's request there real quick. Take a look at Unpie. You know, I didn't get into that. I meant to, and I didn't. I had a note. What'd it do? This is against the euro. This is not right. And let's see. I guess we'll go here. That chart here? Yeah, it looks like I did. Huh. Well, I guess I didn't miss anything. I guess those were, I don't remember anything about all that. Let's clear the chart and see what's going on with it. So you came down, did you? Did you 272 me? Uh-huh. Huh. Well, that's interesting. What if I did this? She went just below it, but that qualifies. I like it better when they nail it, but hey man, we take what we can get, right? So it's pretty much our same thing, or same basic technique we use here. Swing high to that swing low, and that should be the low. And that should give us, and then we kind of look at our Fibonacci, see how she lines up here, and this one lines up beautiful. So those targets are perfect strategy for this one. Every one of those little guys, if you add to your bag or something here, or just profit taking targets along the way. But she's in at what, 144 now, and if it gets up here to, oh my gosh, because 388 is our next target, our next major. I mean, you got some short ones on the way, sure. Let me blow this up. These areas through here for sure about 267 and through there, but man, the sweet targets on this one at this point in the game, that's 163% up to 388. Probably get a headache about the top of this range that we were at over here too, and that's where our moving averages are at, and that's about 243. That's some good gains there. Write it on my new list that I probably will forget to look at too, because that seems to be how things work out around here. But I think this was an interesting thing to look at, especially if she is making a new bottom here. I think it's, my techniques tell me it would make a good place for the bottom to be. Whether it is or not, I mean, we got to wait and see. But you know, if you wait too long, you miss out on all the goodness that comes from catching that good bottom. Got a following wedge type idea or channel, depends on how you want to do that. They're kind of two birds in the same, they're cousins. And you get a nice measured move from that. And I'm going to do a Bukowski move. Swing high to swing lower. This is my method of doing his move. His move simply has a multiplier to apply from the length of the high to the low. And you just and multiply by 62%. So if you pull a fib and just take a fib from the 618 down to the 0, you've done the same thing. Now he doesn't explain it that way, but I do. So I guess it's my method for his process. And that should take us right up here. We'll label this little guy as a Bukowski measure move. At $11, make you holla. You trying to do the wild thing? Now that's just a guess. You got to remember, this is not made clear on YouTube enough. And I know I was going to say, oh no, we're doing this right. We're going to do the teaching moments for the request. Okay, this fits in. Cool. Yay! So the rule, you don't see this very much, but you have a measure move. A lot of the gurus and everything you get on here, you know, they'll do something like this and put out a breakout somewhere before it ever happens, and then sometimes they'll even change that. And I don't get any of that. That's just for show, as far as I can tell, or because it can't be for accuracy. What the hell were you trying to say? I think we got a good chance to get, you put the measure move where you get the natural breakout. So we can kind of put it right here where we're guessing. But the point I was trying to make for a solid squirrel, when you get a breakout, then it's confirmed. Then you go back and you put the measure move where the breakout actually happened. And you may have to adjust your line a little bit. Now, that's not, you're not going to see your morning guru on there doing that. I don't even think that Retros is in his mind. But that helps you nail prices. That's how you hit targets, is doing things like this just with a little bit more care and thought. That's all it is. And try to, not being sloppy with it, because I see a lot of sloppy TA done. And if you're taught sloppy, well, you're going to do it sloppy, and then you're going to teach other people how to do sloppy TA, and it just everything gets watered down as it's regurgitated, and I'm trying to put a stop to that, or at least make a difference, just by going through the traditional explanations instead of whatever I pulled out my ass. Anyway, all right, so Gala is our next one. That was 1106 that I saw out of Unify. All right, so here we go, Gala. So we already got her charted out here. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with that. And we are at the 0.5, came up all the way here. Now this one's a good place for it to get rejected right here, because we come up and then we could go for the old cup and handy kind of thing. We come back for some kind of something to come out, something to happen. Probably come back. I would think it's got a good chance to actually come back to 0.031. Now remember, if we are topping out for a total of 3, if we are, I mean, there's a small chance it'll just keep on going, but a bigger chance is that we'll find a top out here, and whether it's things start falling here or come up to the next level, we could be coming back down to as low as 3 cents again. Because if altcoins do top out and we do peak, expect a nice little drop out of some of these altcoins, because they want to wash, rinse, and repeat this whole process over. This is part of the game. You got to run things up, you got to dump it down, and you got to buy it again and do it. You just fool everybody else to jumping in at the top so you can sell to them, and then when they all get scared and they see everything come down to the low, and they say, oh man, I better get out now and save all my money. And then they sell, you drive price further, and then you buy there, and then you flip your script, you get on the other side of the game. Opposite of what comes naturally to you when you want to chase those green candles and buy the things that are going up, and then you want to sell when they go down. You buy the tops and sell the lows when you first come in this game. You don't mean to, not to, to buy high, sell low, or buy low and sell high. That's what everybody's grandpa taught us, right? But well, that's a different monkey right there. 0.049. That's pretty good, but I think we might be able to squeeze this one out of that 0.059. Man. I'm on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah. Are you trying to? For real? All right, so I'm torn. I'm really torn here. And I'm torn between, you think we'll stop here, or are we going to be that bullish enough to get up to this 786 level? It could be on the table. It could be for that last little run up that we're getting out of total 3 to find our top. She's got to slow down. She can't. She's not going to go all the way up to 20. I don't know how many 100 billions in one little candle. It's just highly unlikely that happens. She's going to get tired sometime within the next week, I predict. But that's some good more come up in this from where we are. Gosh, that's another 16%. That's another 40% right there. Celinda might be doubling that bag. She might have a chance to double that before we do it. No, probably too much, but looking good. She's trying to break through this 0.5 fib here, and I think she can do it. Looks like she wants to do it. All right, let me go ahead and go over quickly the coins that I've got on my list. And then we'll get back to the other request and see if we got time for some more. Let's take a look at Compound. Yeah, baby. Oh, wow. Zoom out. She's doing it. Oh, man. So as I look at this and what's going on here and see what's happening, and then I'm thinking about the other coins that we just looked at, you know, whether they're going to be really, really bullish or not. I'm wondering on this one too. If we don't get rejected here, we start printing some candles above this trend line, then this is effectively like a bear trap is how we, could interpret it. We're breaking back into this channel idea, and it could lead to a strong move to the top of this channel, kind of like what we see here. So, I mean, that could be putting this one into the 130s if we can manage to hold this area. Now, personally, with all these moving averages still being mostly consolidated down here around the $50 area, I'm inclined to think that we would get rejected and come back at least around $60. But for right now, she's trying to be as bullish as all get out and close some candles up above here, and she's doing some really bullish things. So I'm really thinking we might have a day or two just some obscene altcoin price action for some of these older coins, and before they just kind of give it up and tank as everybody takes profits. So I'm kind of wondering, can we do that? Could you actually go up to 135? My next target that I've got is here at $90, and we're sitting at 84. So got to see how she does there. And there is another one above it, but we'll come back and look at this one probably again tomorrow. But right now, Compound is up. If you got into it when she was rather born $50, you'd be up about 80% on that one, on that old boomer coin there. This one's not a boomer coin, but she's been doing really good. This is Moonding. We talked about it, and I never did get back in it. Shame on me for not buying it down here, but this is what I get. Can't catch them all. And there we are. Now, is it time to take profits on Moonding? Probably would not be a bad idea. Let me explain why. If we just carried this on out and lined up my candle bodies. Notice we got a diagonal support resistance flip right in here on this channel idea. Let me get this guy out of there. This was a bearish megaphone, which are bullish to play until the one day they decide, oh, I guess it's over, and they finally break bearish and come down. And the move down is usually not as bad as what you would think. You would think if you looked at these little guys and did a big ass measure move that, oh man, it's going to tank. But usually I find that they get somewhere around half or less of that. It's not really ever as bad. But we drag that trend line that we lost right here and continue out, and we can see that's going to be resistance for us now, right? Like the other ones, you know, our moving averages are still they're bottom heavy right now, and price can kind of come back down and test those guys out again. I would keep up with that idea. It looks like this is going to be a good area. Probably good time to be taking little profits between 60 and 70 cents here on Moon Thing if you're in it. And it does look like maybe she's getting a little tired. Notice how price is going up, volume is coming to the downside. We are in a bearish pattern. This causes it's going to the upside. They usually break to the down, lose that 9-moving average, could be over. So not a bad place to pay yourself, or at least if this trend line is broken there for Moonding, in my personal opinion. Ondo is another one that's also been just killing it today. Ondo got up as high as the $1.78. And say that after she hit our 272 target there. Now, is this the end for Ondo? She should get a nice slapping right here. She should get a nice rejection in these areas. If she wants to keep on going, I can't really see her getting past 190, but she might have it in her. That was one hell of a run up right there. She's got a red dot printing on the 1 hour, but that doesn't mean much. Print one on a 4 hour and I would be a little bit more concerned, and looks like she might still have a little ways to go there. Oh no, that one's a nice surprise. Not one that I started heavily accumulate. I was going to heavily accumulate it, but then I just kind of didn't like the tokenomics. So I got a little exposure, but not very much. Could have done better. Well, that's cool. Let's take a look now. So what we said about Ondo, maybe back to 175 or 190 for this guy. But from here, we should start pulling back and could see 135 again. I gotta throw that out there. Come back and retest these areas over here. Link, that old boomer coin. Good old Link. Making daddy happy. Well, it looks like our hopes and prayers were answered when we got up to this $22 and $25 area. And she said, amen, brother. I wants to keep on going. Well, I'm running out of targets other than this guy right up here. We need to zoom out and make sure that we know what we're talking about. $30 Link on the way. It's just kind of crazy when you're down here and you have your ups and downs and your heads and shoulders to the downsides and go sideways. It's just hard to imagine how in just a matter of weeks that you could be from somewhere around $10 up to $20, $25. I find this crazy as hell. So basically, when we zoom out on Link, we see that we got past our little area here. So our hope and prayers are over. As long as we hold this area, that will be our new hope and prayer, that we find support here. At this guy. We don't need to break below that line, because that would suck. That could open us up to coming back down to $17, $18 again. I don't know, once you've been exposed to those bigger numbers, it just feels kind of cheap coming back down there. So our next target that we'll be aiming for, however it wants to play out price-wise, where we kind of range a little bit and then move up and whatever. It was right here about $34. Yeah, I know, $34 chain link. Haven't seen that in a minute. Be a little hiccup right around 29. As we got another Fibonacci there, just waiting for us to have to break through. That's the 0.5. But 34, 29, and 34. 35-ish. Seems like the real sweet spot for Link, worth holding on. So if you were to flag out here and stay above this high that we got, she does something like that. If you're not in Link, that could be an opportunity to start building a bag of Link as she starts making her way up to $30, $40, $50, $100, $80, $150, $250 maybe. 4 hour time frame says, hey man, I'm not telling me nothing. She's just getting tired. And go to the 1 hour. She's trying to test it now and figure out if she's going to stay here or go back home. I think she's got a good chance to hang around here for a little while. Another little boomer coin that seems to be doing pretty good is Zcash. Ooh, baby. Love me some Zcash. Zcash, you did so good for me. I haven't really talked about this one that much. Because she don't do much. She goes kind of slow until she decides to come on up. Oh my gosh, we did this a long time ago. All these targets. We headed up to 82. I wouldn't doubt it. This one can go on a roll. Look at Zcash. Let's just zoom out, clear out. Nice rounded bottom out of here. She's coming right back up to retest this guy. Boom. I'm willing to bet that is a big ass 236 Fibonacci area. Not from that one. When was this one? This was in May of 2021. Let's try it from this one that was at November 2021. Yep, that one. This leg seems to be in play now, in my personal opinion. That's how I would play it. And I would accept nothing less than the next target of 125 after we clear this area of $82. So Zcash has got to clear that area. I'm not saying that she's going to do it just now, because a lot of moving averages are still down here in the $40, $50 area. So it might take her a time or two to do it, but that would be the first target, the first hurdle we need to get past right there, 82. That will be retesting this little guy there, where it was support and then became resistance. So from $74 where we are right now, I can see 82 on the way, and then who knows from there. If we do get past it, we'll start working our way up to 126. Let's go, baby. Make daddy happy. Let me jump over to some of your coins now. We'll take a look at Maneki. Look at it on Mixie. Oh, she had a pullback. Where'd you went? You didn't quite make it to this. Oh, you suck. Maneki, you suck. She came back into the pattern. We don't ever like to see that. That's usually not good. That probably means she's coming down here or to the bottom of the pattern. Let's hope and pray it's about 0.007. We got altcoin sell-off. Let's clear this out and let's just take a different look. Zoom out, bigger time frame, cut the noise out. What I find interesting, price rose into this and then it started making the rounded formation. So I think this might have a good chance, and it might take it a while to do it, but to actually work its way back up here and zigzag its way back up here. And then when it's level with this, fall back down and actually make a real cup and handle. That's what I'm kind of thinking could be happening here. If nothing else, she's working on coming back up here to 0.019, 0.2 cent area. But we're going to take a pull from this high to this low. And see, we got a rejection right there at the 786. And now we just got to figure out where she's going to bottom out at. We haven't really quite got that, but it looks like it will probably be back down here at this 236 area. Best way to figure it out is to go over here and go from swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy, and then you got this cute little zone right here. Personally, I think it'll be here at this 786 at 0.0073. Oh, snap! Well, that one's over. What was that, mannequin? Oh, here we are. But you'd probably want to draw you a little box, because look at the pattern that we're in. It was a megaphone pattern that blasted the upside, came back in. She'll probably try to take you down as close to this bottom line as she can. And considering that the 100 moving average is still beneath the 200 as we're getting this down play, I would say that's got a good chance to play out. It could even come all the way back down and touch the bottom of the trend line. So you could be looking at a half a penny on up to 0.007 for Maneki. Not a bad place to get in. You can be patient. I don't think you have to be too patient, because it should probably start being a quicker move to get down here. So it looks like some Solana coins get, pumped up and then sold out. Probably put the money somewhere else. Let's take a look at Litecoin. snap. Did we nail it? Did we already say we nailed it? Did we not? Let's zoom out. It's a 382 fib. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a 4-hour. Nailed it. Nailed it. What'd you get for gains? Tell me those fibs don't work. Tell me those fibs don't work, man. I see a lot of people out there use fibs and use some of the same tools. I don't. And that's the thing. When you watch people on YouTube, everybody's going to have a different way of doing things, different from you and different from each other on the tools that they use. I haven't seen anybody else that actually uses the same tools that I use or too many of the same ones. Or in the same way. Sometimes there's some overlap, and then sometimes it's just, yeah, I mean, you catch all kinds of different stuff. My Fibonacci system, it overlaps with the harmonic system. It's got a lot in confluence with that. It's not it exactly. But they seem to stumble along some of the same ideas there. But we came up to this 140 Fibonacci area, and that's the target that I had, and that's the one that they actually went up and just nailed it, because Fibonacci's can do that. They don't always do that, but you have to say, I have to admit, you know, they do it more than not. Enough that would give you an edge on this market to actually get a system to where you could start targeting out these pivot points for targets and cash out and you know, building that into your trading plan. And so this gave us, this is what I'm trying to find, from this area of $102 all the way up there. That's 35% gains, so nothing to sneeze at there. Litecoin. Got to do this for the algorithm. I've got to get this. Joe's got me some cool emojis and things like that, and I haven't got all that set up. Trying to get that stuff out, and maybe some graphics to throw in here. One of them has a nailed it. I wonder, could I use this one? I wonder, can we copy here? No, copy message link, but I can't copy it. Well, that sucks. I wanted that one. I'm going to get that one at some point. Nailed it. Wow. That needs to be big. That was like, whoa. All right, let's copy this link. Let's just paste it over here real quick in Telegram. Chart room, we go to the vanity wall, and that's where it should go. This is Litecoin. Boomers. Boomers. Nailed it. Oh. You wonder how those old boomers have all the money? Because they get into the smart stuff. Oh crap, somebody clicked off. Hey man, 28 people here tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. I think we just lost a few, so I missed the 30. Oh man, we had 30 on here one time? Thank you very much. All right, so now we can get all the silliness off the screen. Can we just back it up? All right, so she came back into this trend line. So we need to check our trend line. How accurate is our trend line? It was okay here, but we cut through a candle body, so I don't trust it as much. Laid on top of that candle body, and then it comes up above this one, so I trust that. So we never really got a break out of this, really, right? We could go to the wicks and see what it says. That one shoots above that one. I go from candle bodies to candle bodies. That gives me the best results that I've found. I used to laugh when I'd hear other people say, well, you're not getting the whole move going with the wick. I'm like, well, yeah, there's some reasons for that, especially when it comes to indicators. Indicators don't count those wicks either. So are you going to get rejected and come down here? I would say you got a good chance of it. I can't really see her just getting bullish and breaking out of here and getting past 140, but I'm glad that she wicked up to it. Oh, what you try to do something bullish now, huh? Now she's losing a 9 moving average on the 100. I think she's getting ready to start winding her down just a little bit. She might try to make one more go with this one and double top up there. We could see that go on. Probably would have helped to look at some indicators here. So that's what I'm expecting, but there's some signs on here that it just looks like Man, we might get something crazy happen over this next day. I'm wondering. I'm just seeing a sign like we might get a real flush up, but I can't see how it's going to sustain itself. But it's looking like I'm seeing some signs on here like there might be some money coming in that's just going to, pump us and then drop us. I keep seeing this on different charts here. Another one that's doing excelente is that boomer coin called the V-Chain. That's not it. That's not it. So I had this gorgeous target here at 5 and 5.5. Just all spelled out, all beautiful. This is there that I'm looking for, and that's where it should go. Stop. And then she said, screw you, Road Dog. Screw your targets. I am better than that. I am with more than just a nickel. I am a dime girl, and I insist on going toward a dime. As I'm like, okay, well, I ain't gonna bitch about it. So she broke out of this big 236 Fibonacci. This should have been an accumulation zone right here. Nope. If I'm looking at this right, yep. This was the high. This was the left cheek. This was the butt crack. This was the very small right cheek, leaning up against the side of the wall, I guess, talking to somebody. And it seems to suggest that 8 cents is where we're headed. And then from 8 cents, we could be headed toward 10. We need to zoom out. And I guess we don't need these silly little lines anymore, or these silly little targets. That's just child's play. Our next stop should be about 8 cents. And it looks like one of the main ones, one of them could be right here at 12, but golly. V-Chain. So she's right in between here and looks like she just wants to keep on going and try to touch it. And I'm not going to get in her way. I'm just going to encourage her to do it. Go for it, V-Chain, do it. It's your birthday. Altcoins, I don't know what's wrong with you boomers, but y'all got your Geritol in clearly, and you're feeling kind of excited. I don't want to stand in your way. Go get that exercise. Get out and move around. You've been too sedentary lately anyway. You got to kind of get that blood. You already know you out there pumping that blood. Y'all probably doing the nasties, what you're doing. That's what's creating all this stuff, y'all. You're making love. It's a booking, is what it's doing. She's shooting up. She's breaking out of this, possibly breaking out of a mega pony pattern. Mega pony, mega pony. Could be. My V-Chain bags are happy. I bought a bunch of this back about as close to a penny and a half as I could get it. About a couple years ago. Been sitting there just holding it, letting it stake on its own little wallet. And then I got another position of it over on my COINEX spot margin, just a smaller bag, been growing. And I'm very tickled. I don't think I've seen it this high. And this one could do some serious damage. Now she would imagine it being about 1, 2, 3 cents. Now, of course, she's not anymore, but imagine this one getting back up to 30 cents again. Not bad at all. Well, V-Chain's got a stiffy, and it looks like the good old cock in you's probably got a little stiffy going on too. Yeah. This cock has got wood. It is headed up to hopefully this area points. What is that? 5 zeros and a 30. We're at 5 zeros and a 27, and just want to keep getting longer and longer. Swing high to swing low. Tell me how big this thing's going to grow. And it looks like, yeah, that 30 cent area will be our next target. Doesn't have to stop there. There's some nice ones up here. Remember, she got a wick all the way up to this 34 area. The sweet spot's going to be right here. And that's going to be at 43. Now, if you add a little COQ to your bags when it was breaking out, get above a 9 daily or 3 day moving average. That'd be on 3. When she was down in these areas and starting to move to the upside, let's say about 15, you'd be up 83%. to our target. That'd make 100%, and that'd give you an opportunity to boom bag it. If you're watching this and you're saying, gosh darn it, I gotta buy right now, and FOMO in, buy the green candle, well, that's probably not the smartest move, and you might be lucky to get 10% out of it. But if we do eventually come up here to this area, well, you might be able to save yourself and at least turn that $100 into $156. That would be kind of cool. I don't advise it. If you've not already put it in your love pouch, it's probably too late. Did you just say love pouch? Ugh. What's wrong with you? Sean? Bring my script writer out here. Sean? We're going to talk about your writing, Sean. He's cowering in the corner, acting like he doesn't see me. From here, we go to XRP. Another one of them big boner coins out today that just wants to defy gravity, and I'm running out of targets to give it. I'm running out of targets to get it. My last one is going to be at 30. Well, I got 304 over here, but I got 302. 304. I guess I got to zoom in so I can see my candles. Okay, so we are. No, we're not. You just keep blasting through my targets like crazy. It's like, why even put them there? Why didn't just let you run? And it looks like she still wants to run. She looks like she's going to knock this one out. And if Ichimoku Cloud has her way with anything, then it's going to keep on going. That's crazy. This is the point where we just got to delete everything. Delete it all. We got to zoom out and delete it all. And I mean, zoom way out. We got to. XRP's in price discovery now. No, it's not. It is on this chart, but it's not in price discovery. We've been up here before. Say silly stuff. Binance, come here. Keep it straight. That was Binance. What the hell? How about Coinbase? No, you ain't got it. Who's got it? TradingView. TradingView, where's it at? Come on now. Who's got the alpha here? All right, all sources. I want TradingView. You don't have it on here? How do I find that? Listen, XRP went up to $3.86 as all-time high before, and it wasn't. There it is. There it is. This one. This chart. Well, we just got past her 786. What's that? 290, 294 is our 886. She need to chill out there. I'm just saying. I'll be flabbergasted if she makes it past that one. I won't be mad. I'll just be like, oh my gosh. I mean, I got to redefine some extra rules here or something. I mean, the other rule would be she come up and touch that top, that the same high that she got. That's about is it only 332 on here? I thought it was 386. Maybe it was only 332 all-time high on this chart. Anyway, she may go retest an all-time high. I can't see her getting I don't know. She made a higher low here. Could it? Well, another good target would be 296, I believe. Not only that, but just in case she decides just to go crazy, start wilding out of here. 419 and 374. those would be our extra bonus targets for XRP, just in case this candle wants to. Obviously, a grower and now a shower. Jeez, that 2-week candle, that's crazy. 2 weeks from where it started right here, $1.15, all the way to the tippy top, 146% in 2 weeks on that candle. Amazing. All right, let's see if XRP can. By all intents and purposes, this should be her like, oh, okay, we're good, it's over. I mean, it should be for real. We can check out a different way. We can pull from this high to this low. And see, that's also giving me a 1618 right there. For real, this one should do it. I'm going to step out there and I'll draw my little line, put an emphasis on it. This should be it. Blah, blah, blah. If I come back 3 days from now and she's like at $4, I'll be like, clearly I suck. I suck at this, and you can find a new day job. And check this out. This is the 2-week MACD. It looks like it's just now freaking getting started. This is the monthly MACD. It looks like it's just now getting started. This is the 2-month MACD. It looks like it's just getting started. 2-month MACD, last time that we were going up and everything, back in May, went through 8 months of up. A little zigzaggedy, but XRP looks like maybe she's going to go to that. Maybe she'll get to $5. I don't know about $589. I cannot see that happening, but this looks strong, and you can't deny that. So any pullbacks on XRP would probably be worthwhile. If she pulled back now, she got up to how high was it? You got up to 286, and you've already pulled back that much. Am I looking at that right? Or is my chart messing with me? My chart was messing with me. My bad. But no, but you're getting a little bit of a pullback. 278 to 271. That's not bad. I'm on the 1 minute. She's flagging out sideways. Okay. Flagging out sideways there. So we draw a trend line, candle bodies, and we expect her to kind of come and touch it and hopefully bounce to the upside. If she breaks it, then probably no bueno. For some reason, I just don't think she's going to break it. I think she's going to keep going. Jeez! Louise? XRPs? Another little silly coin that's been doing some lovely moves is Zilliqa. Now Zilliqa was down about 3 cents last little run we had, and she fell through, made a lower low, and like, oh, you suck, road dog. This corn sucks. And then she just said, what'd you say? And it went up a 36% there. Zilliqa putting on the 4 hour. She looks like she's been busy. She's been making a series of higher highs and higher lows, following a couple of trend lines here, deviating a little bit, a little deviant. That second one she blasted off away from. I'm looking for 3.7 cents to be coming for Zilliqa. I was looking for 3.1 and she said, screw you, road dog. I've got places to go and people to see. I don't have time to sit around and wait for your little lowball targets. I've got riches to make, baby. We're in the big boy league now. And I will stand by that target, and why not throw another one on there? If we get a few crazy days in altcoins where they start blasting up for a blow off top or something crazy like that, maybe up there at 4 cents on Zilliqa. Zilliqa sounds kind of crazy until if you accumulated in this zone right over here, you'd be up 128%. Just on spot. I got Avalanche. Got to take care of Avalanche real quick, and then we'll come over to the chart where I carry on with a few others. Avalanche also having a very lovely day. Beautiful day. Amazing. The most amazing day. I was getting worried about Avalanche because she dropped down to $18. Remember doing that? Yeah, I do. Scared the bejesus out of me back then. That bag is almost lost that bag. She's hanging around 20 and all through 25, 27. You're like, come on, Avalanche, you gonna do something? It was always cool to buy her when she got on the dip, but you're thinking, well, with all this, she'll probably be slow getting back up and just have to stair step her way hard as you know, work her way, fight her way back up through all these areas. But then she decides, screw you, I don't need to fight nothing. I can fly. I can fly. I have wings. And there she is, flapping and japping and making numbers go up. And why settle for anything less than 62 to the $60 area? 62, 63. Retest this high of $65 again. She's got to do it. My next target zone is 61. From there, I mean, the sweet spot started coming into play. I mean, why sell for anything less than 94 or 117? She's been in those areas before. She'll go back there again. She hung around out of here at $70, $80. Did that for a long time. AVAX. And I remember seeing her up around these areas of 140 last full cycle and thinking, damn, it's amazing, because before she ever got up to 140, I remember her hanging around $4 forever. I remember selling her at 6 and 8 thinking, oh yeah, I'm ready to come up. That's because the trading group wasn't talking about how you should structure your long-term holds or anything. They're just talking about getting in and getting out, getting in and getting out. And that's why I didn't have a good bag of Avalanche, because I didn't collect it when I should have been collecting it. My trading group did not tell me that. Just saying. There wasn't an overall picture of how to do things in your trading group about what you should do during this part of the market, what you should do during the markup stage, and what you should do during the distribution stage. Wasn't really much insight about, you know, how to really work a longer term bag versus a mid-term bag. They talked about mid-term bags and short-term holds, but when you first got in and trying to figure things out, it's like, you know, you jump it all in here and then you sell all there and you, ooh, yeah, we made it. And you just keep doing that over and over. And I'm like, you do that the whole bull market, right? Crazy thoughts that you have when you first come to this market. You don't know. You got everybody telling you 3 different things how to do things. Even if you join a trading group, you're like, well, I don't know which way am I supposed to go. There's 20 charts. Do I just pick one? It gets crazy. Let's also check out Cardano. 28 people in the stream. Thanks for being here. Look, finally nailed it. Like we said we would. $1.32. Like we said we were. Just not so confident. We drew a trend line up through. We had a Fibonacci, and then it also respects the trend line. It's confluence idea right there. Making an amazing Cardano. God, just another boomer coin that just did amazing. But did I think that it would personally do that? I didn't think it would do like this. I figured she'd have to fight her way and eventually get up there. It might take her 2-3 months to get up to $1.32, the way Cardano just goes sideways at 38 cents forever. But she made a come up of 221% gains to the target that we actually put there and drew a line to, saying she'll probably kind of slow down here. This is one of the game where we got to do all that vanity stuff again and come over here and say, nailed it! And then question our choices in music with whatever this is doing. I feel like I'm in a sad movie. No, Charlotte! Charlotte! Look out! Now she's just a jelly stain on the sidewalk. Okay, sorry. This is Ada. Nailed it. All right, so that's the last main one on my list. I got a few others here. Let's see what you guys are talking about. What's going on, chat? What's up? You guys got any coins you want to take a look at? Slender says, I just learned how to super chat after being on YouTube for years. I had to figure it out too. Abe says Perpy, and I got Perpy. Oh, I didn't do Perpy. I have to do that one. Let me go ahead and make, we'll just add some to my list and some here. I will do Perpy next, and I think we got a few minutes here to go over a few extra there. Slender says, back holding those coins for years finally paid off. Yeah. So thanks to you, I bought the bottom you buy. Ah, thank you, Slender. Hopefully that's the bottom anyway. And Joe says, fire, 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 fire. That sounds like Beavis, doesn't it? Fire, 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 fire. Sorry. 111. Bingo and a bango, Joe. Hey, random trader, how's it going? I saw you in there somewhere. I think I just lost you. Baba Yaz, good evening. Would you look at Moonwell? Why is she stuck? Don't know why she's stuck. Let's take a look. Moonwell. Striker says, my stuff is stuck too. Gotta poke it with a stick or something. Well, you'll probably see altcoins do that. I mean, they're at a top area. They should be topping it. We're trying to figure out, well, are they going to break some rules here and try to forge up some more, or we're at some areas where we need to start rolling over. So you'll probably start seeing some coins do get stuck. A lot of the ones that are moving seem to be the boomers right now. Striga says, come on, time. Let's see 600. Let's take a look at time tonight. I want to add that one to the list. Dayp says 589. That's an XRP top. Sam says, probably looking like she's fixing the pop. I hope so. Now I got my property on base, and I don't think that's the best place for me to buy it. That's the only place I've seen it. Well, I don't know if it might be on CoinEX, but I've played it over on base. Doug, hey, welcome to stream, my man. Doug says, thoughts on X Fund? Check out all-time high, current price. Wow, bull run. Could it hit all-time high again? X Fund. Good Brown Gravy says, carrot. Is it going to move? Strega says, all the wrong ones are moving. You mean the boomer coins? Nailed it. Strega says, nailed it is my least favorite segment. That's for the algorithm. For the algorithm. All right, let's take a look at Perpy. Purple Peppy. BitMart's got it, looks like. She went up and then she went down, like all good meme coins do. Or any meme coins do. Parabolic move, down and sideways. Nothing new to see here. Where are you going to stop at? 786, 2 times. I'm on a 2-hour time frame. Let's make a note of that. Seems to be respected to 200 on moving average on that one, so we'll kind of stick with this one for this one. When you find a good time frame where you know your things, your indicators like the moving average, especially, I guess I'm especially talking about moving averages. You find a certain time frame where they line up better and see them, you know, this is what they should do. Bounce off of 200. Everything looks like it's doing just great. Versus, you know, you got some other stuff going on over here, smaller ones. They all kind of work for real, just different ones on different time frames. On the 1 hour is Lucy coming into the picture. Didn't quite touch it yet. Looks like we might be working on the breakout right here, but if you notice, all the moving averages have just slipped under the 200. Yeah, it might be a little shaky here for the next day or so, trying to figure a way out of here. Other moving averages are looking really good. I really like all of them. 800, 600, 300, 200, 100. They're all the right things. Just lost it a little bit. I think you're getting ready to get a breakout. I don't think it's gonna. It looks like it might be a shaky breakout. That makes sense. Like a breakout. Oh, well, that wasn't it. Where are you, paintbrush? Breakout, kind of hang around, and then try to work. You know, it might have some ups and downs before it really starts taking off. But as far as where she's going to go, that's going to be the fun part. Let's figure that out. We had a 786 retracement. Yeah, Thumb. Lordy, let's swing this guy down there. 786. We want to look at these two. I know it sounds crazy right now, but you know, this is AB equals CD type move. And we got two very excellent targets that make really, really good nailed it prices. If you don't want to do that, you can try this little guy and put him down there, and it will take you up to it. So you can do that in a pinch. But along the way, those are our Moon Boy targets there. I know along the way for shorter term targets, we're going to go with this one and this one. Actually, we're going to go with all four of them because they're lining up really good. Just depends on what you game, where you want to take profits, how much you're trying to make on this move. If you got leveraging on this, I don't know. All these targets could be beautiful to fit into a strategy. And it can be this easy. From where we are now up to there, 45% gains up to 0.5. Fibonacci area, maybe 75% gains. So this is 618 Fibonacci. You can moonbag that little guy. Now those magical prices, I didn't nail them out because there's too many freaking zeros to talk about, is 0.00017, 0.0002, and then this nice one, the little golden pocket up here. Or the little 618 golden ratio rather. 0.000243. Now will she just wick through them like that? She could, and if she does, I'm looking for these guys. 0.0003 means that oh, I thought we dropped a zero. No, not so lucky yet. And this magical guy. 0.000429. Those guys right there would where are you? Where we are right now, oh man, right here. 233, 263% gains possible. You know what? Can we? I want to share this. This is Purple Peppy, 2 hour. Let's go to trade setups. Okay, and let's check out Moonwell. 27 people, how's it going, people? Glad to have you here. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We just kind of chilling, looking at charts, being turkey about it. You suck as a turkey. So, still looking at Moonwell. She's come back down for a retest, man. That's all. Looking on the 2 hour. 2 hour looks good. 2 hour just now starting to print this 800 moving average. Do you see that? That little orange line is coming in there. That's the 800 moving average. So that's this 2 hour chart, man. I've heard it told before. There was a more advanced style analyst in one of the trading groups I used to be in, or I guess the only trading group I've been in. His name was Trip, but he would do a lot of advanced stuff. What the hell were you going to say? But he would mention a lot. That's what it was. He would mention a lot about how the 2 hour time frame was really good for following Bitcoin and sometimes a lot of other altcoins. So that's one reason I have it on here. And sometimes it is clear. I've got to say, sometimes it just seems to be a lot clearer chart to read, easier to read sometimes, or maybe sometimes give you a little, I don't know, just more accurate insight sometimes. So that's something to probably take note of. I think that's true. It's like we're trying to get a break out of here. Moonwell, that's a falling wedge to the upside. I want to do the Bukowski measure move. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where prices go. Oh no, that's not what we're doing. We're doing the measure move. We'll come to the 618 to get there 62%. As close as we can get, down to zero there. Take that and put it at the suspected breakout point, and that would take us right up here to this 1186. Beautiful. Love it. If that's just too time consuming, well, you can just go from the top and just pull it down to where your little trend line would kind of meet it. Or from candle bodies to candle bodies and whatnot. And this is a good standard way. And she's good. And it would get you pretty much right around the same. Just a little different, but close enough. So our actual measure move, or our standard measure move, we're going to label that little guy too. You've also got point about 7.5 cents, this being the 618, but it looks like she could go through that. She didn't have much of an issue when she's falling through. So the most, these two targets would be the best smaller targets, I believe. We got 7 cents and 7.3 cents. Looks like she's going to try to run through that 618. Doing this could give us 8, 13, possibly 23% gains. I do have a bigger target up here at 9 cents. As well as this little guy right over here at 9.9. Take a little bit to get there. Falling wedge has a good chance to break out. 68% of 68% of the time they break out to the upside. Can't promise it's going to be a glorious breakout. Looks like there's going to be a lot of fighting to get through and get above these higher highs over here. The 7 cent area is going to be hard for her to work through. So expect her to put a fight in. She may have to come back and do a double bottom or some situation like that. We have to do some other kind of pattern outside this. Just be ready for it. It's going to be, she might be sideways for a while. It just gives you a chance to add more to your bag. It's a pretty good place to add it to your bag here at the bottom. She won't be at the bottom for long. Eventually she will start coming back up to higher areas. Like maybe up here at 14 cents. Let's take a look at Chronotech time. Not looked at you in a minute. I've still got this one. You're at $23. I thought I saw you up. Just gotta flip some of these moving averages. Still working on it. Still working on it. This one has been a very trying one, but it's also got so many coins that once it gets going or gets known about or something, that you should pop off pretty impressively. I just been waiting for 2 years for that to happen. That's all. That's all. Just 2 years watching you go $12, $30, $40 to $12 and didn't take profit and roll you over or anything. I did a little bit at one point, but I didn't catch this one here. And this little guy here at $50. Well, that is our butt cheek, and this is our right butt cheek. And if it's anything what the other ones are doing, they can get a sharp move up there. So let's hope that time gets a big ass move here to 50. And I'm just going to go ahead and hope that you get to 60. And why stop there? Go to 66. I'm going for this one. Might take her a minute to get there. In the meantime, we got $36. Yay. Okay. Let us check out Carrot. Oh no, it was before I get to Carrot, let me get to is it X Fund? Oh, you're not even on this. Let's take a look at X Fund. That was made 4 years ago. You should be on an exchange somewhere. Just wanted you to see my turkey hole. That was my front turkey hole. Just saying. Just sharing. Just sharing. I believe in Sharon around here. Sharon! That's Aussie! So, X-Fun, you got rejected up here at your 236 Fibonacci area, and that's okay. That just means, you know, completed this left butt cheek. We just got to work on that right butt cheek. So, do expect her to come down. Do expect her to. She wants to come down. She's still in accumulation, that's why. It's a smaller market cap, right? So, if you caught the earlier of the stream, we talked about how the money flows through this. We go to Bitcoin, we go to Ethereum, Solana, and we start just trickling out to the layer ones, the boomer coins. If you notice, the ones that have been popping off now are part of this transition. And then we will start moving on to the layer twos and all the other little projects are on there, DeFi, all those NFT plays and stuff like that, those projects that are on there. We'll get into those and they'll start pumping. And eventually we'll start coming down to these smaller market caps, like this micro cap here that's only got $3 million market cap. It's not time for these guys yet. These are still in accumulation. It is time for you to use the whale strategy and start slowly accumulating down here below this 236 Fibonacci if you're going to play this game. And so I would be looking for her to come. She could come all the way back down here. For real. And she probably will. And probably... Is this hundreds of dollars? Is that for real? This thing is at $357 on the bottom. At a bottom? That crazy. Check my fibs, make sure I didn't. Okay, you look good. Which one's throwing me off? Is it this one? It might be that one. Honestly, I see her working her way back down to like 258. This whole area, honestly. That's amazing. This is a $3 million market cap, and this coin is... What we got going on here? What is this coin? I know nothing about it. $3.6 million market cap. It's tiny. You almost got 2,000 holders. There are almost 10,000 in circulation. 100% in circulation. There's what is that total? Contract verified. It's not a honey point. No buy tax. No sell tax. Good score. A lot of people just putting a few $100s in on the most part. Settling for a few $100s. She's on the bottom. Well, not really. So, I mean, you're making a double top over here, kind of like we did here, and expect it to come down. Was that you that just sold? I'm trying. Where's my tools? Oh, here they are. I'm trying to find the box. Good old Boxy, where are you at, Box? Why can't I never find you? Gosh, I feel crazy doing this, but I mean, you do. You got this whole zone down through here, all the way down to 207. She could come down through here and accumulate. Those would be the places to start trying to DCA in through this area. And then whenever she decides to finally take off, we're on the daily chart too, by the way, aren't we? This was when March. This was this year. Yeah. I'm swinging with that. I'm swinging that we're still in accumulation on this one. It's just not our time just quite yet. As far as its all-time high, I think you were asking about that. Let's zoom out. Because this one's been around for a while. Can we go to a weekly? Do you have a week? All right, let's blow this up. It sounds like there's not very much of this in circulation, but it's had, you know, a couple of cycles, right? Or no, just one cycle. If she can catch on, man, it's hard to say. She's not caught on very much this year, except for early on. And after that, she's kind of dying out. how I usually approach this is if they had an all-time high before, I would look at their 618 and consider, just be accepting that may be as high as we get this time. Although if this is like a low demand, a low supply coin, and it does do something, they get noteworthy, then we might be looking at, the higher targets above it, and you could be looking somewhere around 13,000. If that happens, it's too early to tell. This one's just flat line on the bottoms. Right now, all we can do is take from level to level, with just the idea that on most of these coins that rocked last time, I'm looking seriously about the 618 area to start, just to prepare myself that's where that might be as high as they get. No, it may be true, maybe not. It may be true for a lot of them. I think it will be true for a lot of them, just because there's so many altcoins out there and the money spread out, but we are getting a lot of money coming in. So, but if we start making it pass this way, then I would start looking at these other areas thinking, oh, we got a chance. Maybe we can go double from here. So that's about what I can read into it, but I know nothing about this project other than she's just at the bottoms. And if you're serious about it, that's where you want to accumulate. Crazy, it's $300. All right, let's take a look at Carrot, and then I think I'm done for the night. Carrot. You can look at this as a symmetrical triangle, which I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. They usually end up being a rangy type thing. Let's zoom out on the daily. How are you looking? Moving averages from 200 moving average, got above it. That's a great sign. That's always a great sign. I am just going to, oh man, we've looked at this thing. Oh, look, well, at least it nailed that target. Didn't get the other one though. All right, so same thing. Swing high and swing low. And there we are. We're trying to bump up a level, so we're flirting with breaking out of this one. Our next target would be this guy, but I think their sweet zone would be right here and here. Bro, dog, this is just too easy. You're being too simple. We want you to do some fancy stuff. And then this is the moneymaker right here, the Fibonacci over time. For real, for real. 41% gains up to that target. From where we are, if we can get the breakout, I think we can. Looks like we got a little bit of a flag idea going there. If you want to do the flag to the upside. Well, looks like we could get right up here to a little above that 618, and then maybe even all the way up to measure move says we can go to 159. Oh, bookmap says we can go. Those measure moves often correspond with bookmap. I'm just saying, it's just crazy how that works. It's like, how did it? So, I mean, yeah, a very easy, reliable system, the Fibonacci. I'm always amazed. I'm like, why isn't everybody else using it? And some people do, and some people use it different, and some people pull different. There's some people that only know how to pull a fib from swing high to swing low, and they'll do it for everything, right? If they're trying to measure a bottom to the top, they're going to pull it from swing low to swing. That's the only thing they know, and they're looking at them backwards and all different kinds of ways and stuff. But they still can get a system for it. You see, there are some correlations between some of this stuff. So, I mean, even if you pull them backwards, you can half-ass get something out of it. That's how crazy it is. All right, so I'm seeing 77 and 91 cents being possible out of Carrot. One last one I want to take a look at is Proppy. I want to take a look at it on Coinbase. This is Proppy. Hanging below their 236 or accumulation area right here. She's above the 200 moving average. That looks good. I see it's coming to 168 again, but I mean, we really want to start looking at this area, 282. That's the sweet spot. 282 and 246. My personal opinion, those are the ones to be looking for. The ones that are going to pay us off good. That'll take us from here, add another 65 to 93%. Imagine you're probably back doubling by the time we get up to 284. Sweet! Let's do it. Oops, wait a minute. Matty Ghost. Hey, Asking for Jasmine. Thank you very much, my man. Let's go take a look at that, and then that will be it. If I missed any others, I will have to apologize. But hey, man, I can go all night. 2 hours already. Let's take a look at Jasmine. I was going to let this one play out, and this is one of the coins I was trying to weed out of my bags because I just have too many coins, but I hadn't weeded out a dang one of those coins yet. They just keep growing, bags keep growing, and it keeps, because they keep doing this. And I keep building those bags. Bad habit. I got her headed to 0.038, maybe 0.041. Those are the two higher Fibonacci's we got right there. After that, she should get a little pullback. Maybe just in this area, retest that, or maybe a little bit lower. Looking good. She's in the megaphone pattern with a, this is the thing. This is what we talk about when we fall out, or that's when we're picky on our trend lines. Not sitting here just chasing whatever's coming in at the end. When you zoom out, you can catch this stuff. Follow your trend lines, be picky about them, identify the bear traps, and when they get back in, they shoot up. A lot of times they go up toward the top of the pattern. And now on these, I mean, you'd be looking at your previous highs that you had. So that was about 4.4 cents like that we had over here. But she could be going up. I got this target right here. 5.9. But she's going to have a good strong move. It may be just as strong as what she had over here. Or stronger. Let's take a swing high to swing low. And we're going to add these two little guys right here. Now I've got this one as my 1618. There for a reason. Where you're just getting a whole little hodgepodge. That would be a AB equals CD to this point. I want to keep my eye on that one. This one right here. 4.5 cents. Can we make it up there? And that would just be coming up to double top here. And what it could be doing if it does something like this, it's very nice and rounded. It'd make an excellent cup and handle. With price coming up into it, I can see it might have to zigzag up here and then start doing the cup and handle thing. I can see that happening within this bigger pattern here. So I think it looks good. Just got to give it some time, but definitely still some good gains from where we are to where I think that we should be going, about 23%. I think we'll go there and probably get rejected, but we'll see. There's some other targets higher if he keeps wanting to go. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to call it a night. Appreciate you being here. Got 25 lovely people. God bless each and every one of you. Congratulations on you with your bags of popping, because that's what they're supposed to be doing. And if you've been following the channel and trying to get in on those good juicy lows, because that's what we're trying to do, and trying to buy the accumulation zones and all of that. Playing it a little slower, not necessarily trying to get in there and day trade in and out all the time. That just takes up a lot of time. Your big money, as Linda can tell you, are the ones that you hold for a while, and you then they're going to pop off, and then that's where you see the big gains. The day trading thing for most everybody should just be a little part-time hobby, for real, because you're probably not going to make your lifetime wealth there, but you will be making it on these longer term holds, mid-term holds, long-term holds, maybe even your swing trades that you just hold anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. My swing trades usually go from weeks to sometimes a couple of months. I'm just saying, I swing them, baby. But it's all about having a strategy of how to get that money out too. You don't want to round trip these guys. And so we want to be careful when we're watching the altcoins, because we might be at a point where we could end up round tripping this real soon. if we reach a point to where, a top on total 3 with our altcoins or anything like that, we got to keep our eyes open for that. I don't want to round trip when we won't be taking profits on the way and then have money for when they do get a stronger drop. It's going to come and take off. Matty Ghost, thank you so much for the super chat. I think I said that. Didn't I put that on the screen? I think I did. I'm losing track. Yeah, I did. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. If there's any coin request I didn't get it around to, apologize, but hey man, I got to go. It's 2 hours. Nobody wants to watch a 2-hour stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. Time to get the Christmas dog out. I know I meant to. I got to get all that stuff set up. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let's see if we can find something extra here. Take us to the end screen, Sean. Show me that turkey hole. Turkey hole.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Nope. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable.
You're getting very wealthy and you like this video. You want to subscribe to this channel because you like it.
Come on, come here, boy.
Good night, John boy.
Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Nope. Now if you gotta know the truth.
Good afternoon, everyone. Captain Lane speaking, and wishing you a safe travels to your crypto destination. For those of you traveling with mice, please securely position your cursor over the light button below and right-click with your favorite finger. For those with touchscreen devices, we ask that you gently press the thumbs up near the bottom of your screen. Thank you for choosing Road Dog Crypto. Please trade wisely and enjoy the rest of your video.